Hey downtown van.
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 You're listening to Hey Downtown Van, hosted by the Downtown Vancouver BIA.
Hey Downtown Van, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I'm your host, Sofia Laratta, and today I'm joined by Christina Florencio, founder of Revival Color Analysis Studio in downtown Vancouver. Christina is on a mission to help people shop more intentionally, embrace slow fashion, and discover the colors that help people look and feel their best. She's going to do a color analysis on me today, and I can't wait to find out what colors suit me best. So let's get into the episode. Christina,
Hello.
thanks for joining us on the pod.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course, I'm so excited for you to be here, and I'm looking forward to our little analysis later on.
Yes.
But do you want to just start off maybe by introducing yourself and what inspired you to start your business?
Yeah. So Christina Florencio, owner of Revival. I do have a corporate background in corporate marketing and communications and biz dev. But I think after far too many layoffs, I just decided to bet on myself and start with a rack rental. I've always loved vintage, and I really wanted to inspire people to really lean into slow fashion. And then it quickly expanded, and I signed a lease in Mount Pleasant, and Revival was born. And shortly after that, after 14 months, I opened a second location here in downtown Vancouver.
So are you sharing your time between the two locations right now?
Well, actually, during the Broadway subway closure, I just decided to not renew my lease in Mount Pleasant. And then I just dedicated all my efforts to the location at Bentel Center. So I converted it to one of Vancouver's first dedicated color analysis studios. So I'm all in on color analysis.
Yes, it's so exciting.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really big in Asia right now.
Yes.
I've seen all the TikToks about it.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the Korean, there's the Japanese, and then of course where I studied was the North American. And the difference really is just in the results. So in the Korean, for example, it's not neither better or worse. It's just they're about brightening effects. So the brightening and the beauty, it's very beauty forward. So what makeups to use to help enhance certain features. And in the North American way, for me in particular with Revival, it's about working with the natural coloring of how you come into this world and then working with the colors that help enhance that. And for me, it's rooted in slow fashion. So it's all about taking a moment to slow down and be discerning and ensure that the colors that you're buying are actually going to work for you.
Yeah. So are you still at Revival Vintage? Are you still selling vintage and doing the color analysis?
So I kept a little bit of my vintage pieces, not necessarily to sell everything, but really to use it as an example in my sessions. So in my one-on-one, I have the colors that we go through. We have a lip assessor, and we talk a little bit about makeup, but it's not a heavy focus. And then we move on to like a simulation where I have pieces. And so sometimes it gets really overwhelming in real life, right? So I pull pieces and I educate my clients in terms of this is what a light pink, say for example, this is a muted pink. Do you see the difference? This is a deep pink. So it really is about training our eye. And that's why I still have some of those pieces at the studio.
I love that.
Yeah.
Was this something that you thought you would always get into growing up? Like, what was your dream as a kid? What did you want to be?
I mean, many things. I believe it or not, I have my BFA in theater. I mean,
cool. I mean, that kind of makes sense now.
But after many different career paths, I definitely had always been drawn to fashion. So when I was working at Dress for Success Vancouver, beautiful charity, I had helped them with their pop-up shop because there was a lot of inventory that wasn't necessarily suitable for an interview, let's say, for example. But I helped establish a Shop for a Cause, which is a boutique, which kind of got myself really into merchandising and pricing. And then from there, after all the layoffs and ebbs and flows in the corporate world,
Yeah.
I just thought, let's just try the entrepreneur route.
Yeah.
And so that kind of led me here.
Here we are. Being an entrepreneur and small business owner is hard.
It's no joke.
Yeah, but I love that for you.
Thank you.
We were talking about color analysis. What exactly is a color analysis for people that don't know?
Okay, yes. So it is essentially the art and science of identifying the color palettes that will work best for your natural coloring.
Love.
So what is the colors that are going to bring out the best in your eyes and make your skin glow? And really, it's a nice little hack in being able to match that with the colors effortlessly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How much do you think dressing with your colors actually matters?
100%. I mean, we can say anecdotally, yeah, I feel better when I wear great colors, but there's definitely research around that. One in particular with Cornell University where they studied brain scans in the brain and the metabolic network in our brain, which is essentially that network that's attached to influence and behavior and emotional intelligence and motivation. And so what they found was wearing the right colors really helped people essentially do better.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to see if my productivity at work goes up when I get
when you wear your colors, you're going to know shortly after this.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yes.
What's the biggest misconception people have about finding colors that suit them?
That they can't wear their colors that they love. Right?
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily about restricting people. This is about unlocking. Unlocking the colors that you can wear. Because let me tell you, after each session, I share with everybody a digital palette.
Fun.
And there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of colors and shades that people can wear.
Cool.
But, the typical Vancouver uniform is black, gray, and brown. And so for me, not to knock on that, if you love neutrals, we can help unlock more neutrals for you.
Love that.
So yeah, I think for me, knowing that we can certainly do better wearing color, why can't we get people wearing more color? Everyone essentially will do better. And then if you're allergic to color, that's okay too. We can work with that. So that's probably the misconception, is that people can have to stop wearing their neutrals or the colors that they love.
I have a friend who's super into the color analysis, but she always says, she's like, if I get it done, there's no way I'm going to stop wearing the colors that I want to wear. But I'm
Agreed.
Like, girl, live your life.
No, agreed. And I'm with her. And what I usually do is I break down, okay, you love black. Let's work with maybe a softer black that has less coolness and darkness. Because if somebody's like a really light summer, it's going to look like a floating head on top of a color. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so I don't necessarily go, stop wearing black. I'm pretty gentle. Sometimes I'm a therapist.
I love that.
Literally. But I go, consider this nice shade of caramel or consider this kind of softer charcoal or whatever that looks like.
It's just a gentle suggestion.
I try. I try. Yeah.
So going back to you owning a vintage business before and still kind of now, why are you so passionate about slow fashion?
Well, in 2015, I watched The True Cost. I don't know if you know that documentary. You may not have been born. I'm just kidding. But it talks about the detrimental effects of fast fashion on the environment. And I was a complete victim of fast fashion. I loved clothes. I still do. But I didn't realize that it was the most detrimental next to oil and gas. Was fashion.
Yeah.
And I was in tears. And so I challenged myself for a whole year to consider going slower, buying from like vintage or pre-loved. Obviously, the intimates were going to be new.
Yeah.
And I tried to do it for a year. I didn't tell anyone. I just said, I'm just going to do this because obviously if I fail, and I'm going on 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, it wasn't easy. It was very inconvenient at first, but I still buy new. It's just I'm doing it with slow fashion brands,
right?
Brands that are very conscientious of who made their clothes and sourcing from ethical places and paying a fair wage and things like that.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Yeah. I watched that documentary too. And the one thing that jumped out at me was when we donate our clothes and where they go. Do you have any suggestions for people? Because I feel like we'll go just donate to Value Village or wherever. What are your suggestions? What are the best places to donate your clothing?
Oh, great question. So Dress for Success is one of my the greatest organization that I used to work for and I really love. I love Working Gear. Working Gear is also an affiliate in a sense where they help mainly men, some women in construction, and that you can always donate to them.
Nice.
They're actually operating out of the downtown east side. But instead of donating, you can also host clothing swaps.
True.
Yeah. I've been in a clothing swap now for 6 years with this same women. Some women ebb and flow in, but it's a great way to just slow down. And some of these pieces are brand new with tags.
Yeah.
They just didn't work for people. So
yeah. What are your thoughts on like Depop, Poshmark, all of those apps?
Wonderful. Yeah. Say, for example, I got invited as a wedding guest to attend and I need a certain colored dress. I would most likely shop either Facebook Marketplace first, Poshmark. If I have a budget, I'll do Real.
Oh, yeah.
There's great retailers here in Vancouver. So many. Turnabout, Mine and Yours. There's so many all along Main Street. All my old former colleagues there on Main. So I would start there locally. Yeah. And then if you are feeling like you still can't find it, you can always shop your closet and alter.
So true.
Right? What would it look like to alter, shorten, reimagine, fringe, sequence something?
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I need to get more crafty. I also have so many clothes that I need to deal with and give away somehow.
Okay. Well,
maybe
it's
you can help me.
This activation is going to change your life.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
What made downtown Vancouver the right place for Revival to open up a new location?
Well, first of all, location in general. So when I decided not to renew my lease on Main Street and put all my eggs in this basket here, what was nice was the accessibility. You know, I'm right beside Burrard Station. When we think about being able to provide a service for everybody, we want to make it accessible. Yeah. We have the crowd of downtown. We have the corporate crowd who certainly can lean on color analysis for networking events or team builders, right? It's a great way to break the ice and team people up who don't normally work together and talk, you know, colors, cool, warm. And so I do a lot of that.
Nice.
It's a great way to work with tourists who are visiting the city, who just want an activity to do, but they're tired of biking because they're from Amsterdam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they can come and get their colors done and shop and support the other businesses around us.
That's so cool. Did you see any tourists this summer with FIFA and the World Cup?
A few during the World Cup. I'm seeing a few more that I've booked for the rest of the summer during a few of our conferences that come in and out. I get a lot of visitors coming through.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, where can they find you?
We love the people at Hudson Pacific Properties. As you know, shout out to them. I am at their Bentall Center 3 location. So at the top of the Burrard Station elevators, you just hook a right.
Yep. It's where the you can enter through where the patio is with all like the lights and everything, right?
You can enter there. I'm beside Purdy's.
My favorite place of all time.
It's dangerous.
I'm a frequent at Purdy's.
Are you? Okay.
So if listeners could take away one lesson about personal style and confidence today, after the color analysis or even before, what would you want it to be?
Dress for your body. Right? Dress for the fit and dress, even if it means it's like dopamine dressing where you're not feeling the best inside and you just want to hide in that black hoodie and put the hood over and scrunch it up. I would say you can always work with colors to be able to help you because now we know research shows when you actually wear colors that you like, number one, or that look great on you, you just simply do better.
It's that saying my dad always used to say, look good, feel good. And it's actually true.
It's so true.
One more question before we get into the analysis, because I'm very curious about this. Have you ever had like a client experience that just like changed their life completely after getting it done?
Yes, recently.
Oh.
Yeah. So she actually had been struggling for years. She's in healthcare. obviously when you wear the scrubs or you're working in the office, it's for her challenge was she actually landed in a really neutral undertone. And so she couldn't really find the colors that looked great on her. And every time she bought something, it was always a miss. And so she felt very frustrated with shopping, with dressing. And we know what that feels like when you're not wearing clothes that you like, you just simply don't feel great.
Yeah.
And so she invested. She was annoying her kids. And her kids were just like, just get it done already. And we found out, because I practiced the 23 color palettes, that she fell in between those seasons. So she fell in between something that we call a muted flow. So she wasn't exactly warm like an autumn. She wasn't exactly cool like a summer. She kind of fell in between this flow. And so she gave me a hug and was in tears. Like, it was so great to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, like as a nurse too, you're probably in your scrubs all the time. Like, if I was wearing a uniform every single day, I would find it hard to shop for real life clothing. So that's lovely that you were able to do that for her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt great.
Should we get into it?
Okay, let's do it.
Cool. Okay. I'm ready. Change my life, Christina.
Let's do this. Okay. So what we like to do is we start with the undertone, and we measure the undertone because it is essentially what ChatGPT can't measure.
Right.
And the undertone is the genetic makeup of your blood, the hemoglobin and the keratin in your blood. And what that determines for us is the basis of your season. Okay. So we have cool here, which is quite bright and not very warm. And then here we have warm. Okay. So obviously under a trained eye, I could see that there is a difference. Do you see that? There is a difference. And I'll tell you what that is. What do you see?
Well, when you put the warm on me, I almost look a little bit more green. Like the green comes out.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we want to see, right? And then that way we know, if I wear this color, I may look a little sick. And so when we do color analysis and we know our colors, it's essentially a hack. It's a hack for the colors. Wow, look at that. That will look good on you naturally, effortlessly, right? Without having to put on makeup.
Yep.
Sometimes they say it's just easier to wear black, but really when you know your colors, it's going to be easier to dress, right? This silver's stunning on you. I could see the whiteness in your eyes. I'm looking at the glow in your skin. And obviously we know you're wearing makeup, but if we pull this up a little bit, do you see there's a slight decrease in that vibrancy?
Yes. Yeah. Even on like my arms and stuff too, you can see.
But then if you look at your eyes and you smile, you see your teeth go a little whiter. Did you see that?
Love that.
Obviously, I don't know if it translates on camera, but let's do it again so people in the back can take a look. See?
It actually did.
It did.
That's crazy.
So what we know now, and obviously we're doing a little bit of an express version for Sofia here, but we are determining that Sofia, under these lights with the drapes, has a beautiful, cool undertone. And so what that means to me is something like this, quite icy, is going to look really great on you. And just to give you an idea, those 2 seasons in the 80s, this was really big. And now we've kind of found this like revival, right? Around color analysis again. But there were only 2 seasons back then, 4 seasons back then, right? And so, our moms who had done it in the 80s, early 90s, they just know the 4 seasons. But those cool seasons are winter. Look at these colors. Bright, bold, they're very dramatic, they're jewel toned, they're quite icy. And then the other season is summer. So do you see there's like a presence, it's still cool, but there's like a presence of gray in it. So they kind of dimmed the lights a little bit. They've made it a little bit more muted. So what I usually do, obviously this would take a little bit longer in real time, but we could clearly see that you are in harmony with the winter colors, right?
Interesting.
Look at that. I mean, you have a high contrast with your features, Sophia. You have darker hair and darker eyes and lighter medium skin tone. And so you can kind of afford to go a little bit more saturated in your colors.
Love it.
What we do from there, because again, I practice a bit more than just the 4 seasons, is we talk about the sub-seasons. And those sub-seasons are deep. See the difference here? So deep, it's like they deepened the color. They made it a bit more muted and they deepened the saturation of the color.
I like that.
Okay? Really nice. And then we also have bright. Okay? So you see here with bright, it's like they added a little bit of yellow. You see? It's a little warmer. Okay? A little bit of that sallowing is happening, especially here, just a little bit versus here.
Agreed.
Okay, so that's bright. And then the last one is actually cool. And so cool is like the close sister to winter. You see the difference? So if this is true winter, which is the home season, and then we have cool winter, do you see how it's almost like it's not as dramatic. It's a little bit lighter. It's like they added a splash of white.
Yeah, just a little muted.
A little bit. Yeah. So a little bit. Oh, that's quite nice. That's very much in harmony as well. So what I typically do is I like to compare 2. So then we're comparing apples to apples. So I would like to compare these 2 because I think these are the most the closest when it comes to the natural harmony of your skin.
Yeah.
And what the reason why I'm not exploring this is there is a slight sallowing that's happening here. And the reason why I'm not exploring this is because, do you see how it's quite nice, but I actually see the colors first, Sophia?
Yeah.
And then I see you.
Yes.
And, you know, when people say, oh, that color looks nice on you, sometimes they're seeing the color first. But what we want them to see is, or say is that you look great, right? You look great. And so here I'd be like, oh, that color is quite nice, but I would want to see you first. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so let's do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare the true winter palettes. Yeah. Compared to the cool winter. Okay, so what that means is these are the colors here. So let's start with this type of wine burgundy. Do you wear this color?
Yeah, I feel like honestly, this is confirming the colors that I wear are the correct ones.
Oh, it's perfect. Look at that.
Gorge.
Gorgeous. It's quite, I mean, let's think of, you know, gala season. That's a really beautiful piece. It's quite deep. It's dramatic. You could definitely wear this color and not have it overwhelm you. And then let's compare it with a cool winter. You see this?
Yes.
You see the presence of like white. It's like they splashed a little bit of white on here.
It's cute too.
It's cute too, but you know what?
This one slays.
I would go here.
Yeah. Agreed.
Blues again. So essentially we would go through all of this in the 75 minutes. We would go through all the things, but I know in our we had talked about some of the colors that you like to wear, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about greens. We talked about blues. Look at that blue.
It's nice.
It's so nice. Okay, so let's take a look at what that looks like in the cool winter. So this one has a little bit of white in it. You see the difference? Yeah. So let's take a look. Again, we're comparing apples to apples, right?
Okay. It's like fine.
It's nice.
Yeah.
You can go a bit deeper in color. You definitely are showing up here as a true winter, but I do want to explore some of the greens because you and I had talked about like the greens and what greens work well for you. So here is a green that's going to really work nicely on you.
That's really pretty.
So nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I call this self-care because, Sophia, like, when was the last time anybody had walked you through colors?
Never.
They're not going to do this at the store, right? They're going to try to sell you the outfit. But what's nice about this work is when people do an activity with color analysis, they leave with something they can actually use, something very genuinely valuable, right? So here is the olive green that we love, right? You see the presence of yellow here? It's a lot warmer. This is in the autumn season. Yeah. You're doing this.
Yeah.
What are you seeing?
It's fine, but it's not amazing.
Right. Because look.
That's so pretty.
Yeah.
It almost like, I don't even know how to explain it, but like I feel like my eyes and everything look like
they pop.
Yeah. Better.
Yeah. I think we love this color. I love this color. I'm a winter as well. But I think this with the olive green, there's a slight yellowing that starts to happen when you have a cool undertone. But then look, it kind of disappears here.
Pretty.
It's so nice. Okay, let's do it again just so we could.
Do you think if my hair color was like a little bit more brown, would it change anything at all?
Yeah. However, there is a possibility that you could go too warm with your browns, right? And then what happens is your hair color is competing with your undertone. I see that all the time.
That's like, my natural hair color is actually like light brown with a red, like,
ooh.
But I'm going gray. So I dye my hair black.
Well, here's the thing. You can try going there, but your undertone will never change.
So true.
That's the thing. The undertone never changes. Now, do you remember that beautiful burgundy that was really nice on you?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what it looks like with a warmer, because this is actually a tricky color to buy. Yes, it's so nice.
That's pretty.
But not all burgundies created equal, because there are burgundies that fall a little bit more warm. So look at this. You see the presence of yellow and orange in this color? All right. So this is quite warm. It's not terrible. But then if we had to choose, do you agree?
Agreed.
Okay. Yeah. I really feel like
so cool.
There's something to be said for this, as well as being, it's science. It's science, because under that, behind us is a mirror, and under the lights, like the drapes, they just don't lie.
Yeah.
Right? The good news is, Miss Sophia, you can actually wear black.
Ooh, yay.
Yay.
Thank God.
So she can get away with it, everybody.
Woohoo.
Okay, but let's take a look at like a warm brown.
I do like brown.
I know, we love brown. We love brown. And here is a brown that will be, here's a brown that you could use, okay? So I would consider doing a brown that's a little bit cooler, believe it or not. And this is what I like to teach people, because they're scared that I'm going to tell them not to wear what they love. But there's alternatives. So say, because we know brown is warm, right? Brown is typically a very warm color, and you have a cool undertone. So you're going to want to try to find a brown, if you like brown, that is quite cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, you see the difference now?
Yeah.
Right? Here. Versus here.
It's actually so crazy. It's like, you don't like think it's going to be like a huge difference, but it is.
Yeah. Do you want to explore any other colors?
Can we look at reds? Because I love wearing red. I feel like it's my color.
Okay, yes. Well, that burgundy was perfect on you. So here's a red that's gonna really, yes.
Love it.
Yes. Listen, there was a study with the 2004 Olympics. Durham University did a study on red and blue where they assigned athletes in wrestling and in taekwondo, random red and blue. And red had a 55% edge in winning. Okay?
What can I say?
So listen, if you want to nail that interview or you want to nail that, that sales call, for women especially, we're going to want to wear red.
Such a nice red.
But is it a warm, a soft, a light, a bright, a cool red? It really just depends on your undertone. And so for somebody like Sofia, who has a very cool undertone, this blue base red is perfect on her. Do you see the difference between that red and this? I say this is the poppy red, that the Taylor Swift red. She's a spring.
Right.
You see how it's a little warmer and there's a presence of orange here? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's not terrible. Again, if you had it in your closet and you like it, I say don't chuck it. But you can always distract with your metals, right? You can always use your metals to kind of just help enhance some of your natural features. But then let's look. Ready? Yeah.
So much better. I love red. Red is like my favorite thing to wear.
It's your power color.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, pinks. Let's take a look at pinks. There's a lot of pinks for winters. So this one, again, when we think of the characteristics, it's bright, it's bold, it's very dramatic. You could definitely, and it's quite cool, right? And so here is a pink that will most likely not work as well. I know, look at your face, you're already doing it.
I already don't like it.
Okay, but why?
It makes me look bleh. Like it's not like flattering in any way, shape, or form. And I look a little bit greenish gray.
Yeah, I would say that is kind of, we're losing you a little bit in this, especially just under the chin. But then look, like I see the lips kind of got a little bit pinkier. There's definitely something with this color. And so, yeah, I would definitely do that over. And again, for the people in the back, just again, you lose it right away.
Yeah.
For you. It's very obvious on you. So there you go.
I love this color. It's very pretty.
It's perfect. So yeah, my suggestion for people is, I don't care if it looks silly, okay? You are gonna, when you're at the store, you're gonna take your time and you're gonna pop that drape, right? And you're gonna go, is it making my skin look sallow or gray, okay? Or is it enhancing? We need to be more discerning and slow down, right? Or go closer to the light, because if you can't figure it out, ask the sales associate. If you can't figure that out, then talk to a stylist. There's so many different people who could help.
Yeah.
And if you really still can't figure it out, then give me a call.
This girl. Well, thank you so much. I am excited to be a winter.
Yes.
But I always thought that winter was like, for some reason, I thought winter was the colors that were not as bright. But they're pretty, like, they're bright. They make me look brighter.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
I mean, if we really look at it again, like look at these colors in your palette. Now, this is obviously just a few, but when I send you that digital app, Sofia, there's hundreds of colors.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm excited. I love the blue. I love the red. I love the pink. Thank God, because I love pink. Yes. This is exciting.
She's a true winter, everybody.
I'm going to go buy some silver jewelry and drain my pockets. Thank you so much, Christina. Thank you for listening to Hey Downtown Van. We really hope you enjoyed today's episode with Christina. If you'd like to learn more about our organization and all that we do, you can visit our website, dtvan.ca, follow along with the podcast at Hey Downtown Van, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for listening.